ready to present your closing argument to the jury, Counselor?
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
You may proceed.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, one of the rights that we surrender under the law is the right to individually judge and punish our fellow man for treating us cruelly or violently. No. That right is reserved for the law. Madam X, who refuses to cooperate even with her own attorney, not only judged her victim, but executed him as well and confessed to it without a single sign of remorse. Now, in my entire career, I cannot recall a case that could be more clearly murder in the first degree. Murder one. Invariably, in defending clients against murder one...
I like this almost better than our first honeymoon.
I don't know. They both had their moments. It's been a long winter being away so much. What time is the dinner reservation?
8.
I've got a better idea. Now that we're going home, I'm just beginning to relax. What's it look like out there?
Looks like it's going to rain again.
Good. Where are my pajamas?
I ate them.
You're a very naughty girl.
Am I the wickedest woman in Dutchess County? Is that why you love me?
That's part of it. Go look at my top drawer. Come on.
Oh, you went back and bought it.
Open it up. Look inside.
Okay, it's so sweet.
I thought so. I'll help you.
You know, if it weren't for the baby, I would stay here forever.
But my mother might take a dim view of being a permanent babysitter. Not to mention the staff meeting at the Federal Reserve tomorrow morning. I wish I didn't have to go to Washington as soon as we get home.
Will you be back by Tuesday?
Don't I always come home when I say I will?
No.
Well, I will this time. And while I'm there, I'm going to look for the perfect kind of home for you. Just what you've always wanted. Little picket fence. The manicured lawn, the grass.
You don't have to make fun of it. You know,
No,
if you don't like
I'm not. No, I don't care that much where we live as long as we're there together.
As long as it's a house with an Oval Office, huh?
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
The odds are about 180 million to 1, that's all.
Less. Less with my family.
Do I look all right?
You look fine.
I always think of your mother as the kind of woman whose stockings never run.
They never do.
Hello. Welcome home. Good to see you, darling. Oh, thank you, dear. Well, Holly, you do look fit.
I feel fine.
Good. Come in.
Oh, Max, leave my bags in the car. I'll be leaving for the station in a few minutes.
Mommy!
What? Daddy, what about Daddy? Yes. You know, I think you've actually grown in 2 weeks. Say hello.
baby. What is this we have on?
My uniform.
Uniform?
For school in the fall. The Hudson School has always had uniforms.
I don't understand.
Well, Holly, all the children in our family go to Hudson when they're 5. They're enrolled at birth, aren't they, Clay?
Yes. But there's no law that says it has to be that way.
Well, I'm sure we've discussed it. In any case, Elizabeth loves it, don't you, sweetheart?
Yes, Gabby. Did you bring me a present?
Of
Elizabeth.
course we did. Hello, Margaret. The big yellow package in my bag upstairs. Yes,
Wait a
ma'am.
minute. I'll see you in a few days. Give me a kiss. Bye-bye. Good hug.
Come on.
I really have to get going. Why don't you walk me out to the car? Bye, Mother.
Goodbye, darling. Have a good trip now.
Thank you. Mother always was a little bossy. And now Dad gone, it's so... Yeah, anyway, it was her house before it was
Yes, but
ours.
it's our daughter.
I know. But it's probably good for her. It'll give you a chance to get out.
I don't want to get out.
You can handle it. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Kiss. No, better one. Bye-bye.
I miss you already.
It's Washington, Holly, not Africa.
Yeah.
Where should I put the lollipops?
Put one next to each plate.
Mommy, hi, Ribbon.
Well, of course. That's a princess hat. And today, you are a princess. You finish setting the table. I'll be right back.
Richardson residence? Yes, one moment. It's for you, Miss Richardson. Thank you, darling.
Hello?
It's me, darling. How are you?
I'm fine. Elizabeth is helping me set the table. Where are you?
I'm stuck in Chicago.
Oh, Clay.
I know. Holly, I feel miserable about it, but I can't make the party. Please try to explain it to her.
Of course I will. When will you be home?
Oh, a day or two at the most. I've got to stop in Philadelphia.
Will you let me know?
Sure, of course I will. I love you.
I love you.
Bye-bye. Ah, there you are.
John, you startled me.
Go ahead, go ahead. The matriarch is otherwise engaged. Is there enough there for me?
Yeah.
Startled? Didn't she tell you that I'm taking the two of you to the gallery opening?
No? Maybe she forgot.
Catherine? Forget? Salud. What do you hear from Clay?
Bet he won't be home on Tuesday.
You better get used to that.
I'm trying. What is the Federal Reserve, anyway?
It turns the money on and off to suit the economy. If I know Clay, he'll end up as chairman. In fact, his mother will insist on it. Unconsciously, of course.
Catherine says she doesn't have an unconscious.
She may be right.
Mommy,
Oh!
Hi.
you have a bubble bath.
Oh, I can smell it. You look nice.
You look so pretty.
Thank you. Say hello to John.
Hi.
Hi.
Does Mama look pretty tonight?
Yes. I think she looks beautiful.
Mommy, where are you going tonight?
John is taking Grammy and me to an art opening. Don't worry, I'll be in early.
What's an art opening?
Well, people try and sell their paintings, and
And a lot of grown-ups stand around and talk and talk and
talk and talk.
Well, I think it has a kind of, don't you?
I don't know. To me, it
pardon me.
has a more circular...
I'm sorry. Aren't you John Abbott, the cartoonist?
I am.
I'm so pleased to meet you.
This is Holly Richardson.
How do you do?
Hello.
I must tell you, the one you did of Vice President Nixon trying on Eisenhower's old uniform, I loved it. But you know what worries me? I hope his old heart can hold out until 1960.
Why? Does Nixon worry you?
No, he doesn't worry me. Hubert Humphrey worries me.
I think it could be Jack Kennedy.
Holly, dear, a Catholic will never be president. You know, Holly, Dr. Everly is chairman of the Committee for National Health.
Yes, I know.
It's been so nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Nice
nice
to see you,
seeing
dear.
you, yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, Tom. Oh, dear. You remember Tom and B.J. Matlock?
Yes.
Congratulations on your husband's appointment.
Oh, thank you.
Now that he'll be staying in Washington so much, you have no excuse for not joining the hospital fund drive.
No.
Darling, there's John. We'll see you later.
Yes. Holly, you're not helping Clay's career any by staying home waiting for him to phone. You really should give B.J. a call. Her family are big political contributors.
Come along, ladies. I've had enough.
It's a little early to leave.
Not nearly early enough. Come on, let's get some supper.
I have to go home, John.
Nonsense. What have you got to do at home at this hour of the night?
Elizabeth wakes up sometimes. I like to be there. She gets frightened.
Well, if you're not there to pamper her, she'll stop waking up. That's how I handled Clay at that age.
I appreciate your advice, but Elizabeth is not Clay.
I'm only suggesting that you should be seen. You do represent Clay when he's away, you know.
Come on, I'll see you to the door. I hope you took notes. There'll be a test later. Bye. Excuse me. No, thank you.
Believe me, John, I'm doing the girl a favor. How would you like to come from nothing and suddenly be dropped into our world?
6 years isn't exactly suddenly, Catherine. Oh, incidentally, where is nothing?
San Diego. Her father's a petty officer in the Navy. She's an only child. Her mother is dead, and this man brought her up. In a way, I do admire her, though. Whatever style she has, she had to get on her own. Or from Capital Airlines.
Catherine.
You know perfectly well she was just a flying waitress.
I think you'd better make your peace with Hawley now that you're back in the house. She's going to be there for a long time.
There never was any war, John. I'm only trying to teach the girl enough so she can be at ease with our family.
Don't play Professor Higgins, Catherine. It won't work, and Clay won't thank you for it.
You are surly, John.
Let's just look at the paintings.
Yeah. Oh, Peggy!
Forget it. This always was a dumb game anyway. I used to go with an Englishman. He was bananas about croquet. Played it all night. During? Instead.
Hello, darling.
What a nice surprise. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Just a quick hello. I had to pick up some papers. Senator Seabury and I are on our way up to Albany to see the governor.
Oh, you'd love the governor. He tells the best stories. Clay, you remember Peggy and Linda?
Sure, how are you?
This is Senator Seabrook.
Seabury. Hello. You'll excuse us, ladies. Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you. Well, let's ship the magnolias out of the trees. Holly, I hope he wasn't teed off because we were here.
No, Clay's just very serious. I used to date this real serious lawyer.
Yeah, Peggy. Well, Holly, we better be going. We both have flights later.
One more for the road.
Okay. But just a little light one, though.
Bingo! Did you have a good visit with the governor?
Moderately.
I haven't seen Linda or Peggy in ages.
The three of you were smashed.
We were having a couple of laughs. I never see my friends anymore. They're hardly ever home.
What does that have to do with it? Holly, what I'm talking about is social behavior. What one does and doesn't do. Especially in front of the servants.
Not to mention Senator Seabrook.
At least get his name right, will you?
This is my home. It's our home. What do you want me to do? Go out and party at some bar with my friends?
If you must, you can meet them at the beach house. And why do you have to party? I hate that word. It's so...
San Diego?
I didn't say that. Look, this is
getting out of hand.
I know. I know. I leave you home alone too much. And I know that Mother's difficult at times. And you certainly have the right to entertain your old friends. But there are just some things one tries not to do. I'm sorry, Holly. But there's so much at stake now. I just don't want anything to spoil it for us.
Try one of these. They're delicious.
Don't have too many, you'll lose that wonderful figure.
It's worth it.
Excuse me.
Usually dry. What year is it?
39.
Hi, Tom.
Clay.
Cheers. Cheers. Everyone is having a wonderful time. You did it again.
Thank you.
Mommy, is it time for the angel?
Yes, it is.
Sure is. Ooh, come on. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Mommy. Up we go. And you... There we go. Yes.
She's adorable, Holly.
Yes, she is.
Well, what's this? Is Elizabeth Richardson going to bribe Santa Claus? Cute. Careful.
There's a call for you, Mr. Richardson, from Washington.
Not now.
It's the White House.
He'll burn up.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
Santa, when he comes down the chimney, he'll burn up.
Oh, no. The flames will be gone long before he comes down.
The ashes will get all dirty.
No, Santa Claus never gets dirty. Now, come and say goodnight to everyone.
Kiss Granny.
Excuse me, Holly, I have to talk to you.
Oh, I'll be up to talk to you later. What is it?
They want me to represent the president at the German Trade Conference. I'm afraid I have to leave tonight.
On Christmas Eve?
I know, but I won't arrive in Berlin until late tomorrow night, and the thing starts the following morning.
But for how long?
10 days.
Oh, Clay.
Holly, this is the president. try and understand.
I understand. It's just Christmas, and I thought that the three of us could be together for Christmas.
Everything all right with you two?
I have to go to Europe. Holly's a little upset.
You might as well go back and work for the airlines. I'd see you more often.
John, we've accepted invitations to several parties next week. I would like Holly to go. Will you take her?
He doesn't have to do that.
Well, I'm witty, debonair. I dress pretty nice. Could do worse.
I didn't mean that, John.
Is it settled then?
Of course.
Good.
It'll be difficult. But I'll force myself.
Come here. Even if I don't tell you every 5 minutes, I love you. You have to be secure in that no matter what. You knew what kind of a life we'd lead when we were married.
I know. I just hate being without you.
Holly, the first thing I do when I get to Washington is find us a house.
Yes.
Oh, you better go back to the guests. I have to pack.
Margaret, where's Elizabeth? Mrs. Richardson is putting her to bed, ma'am.
It's 10 seconds to 1957. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Of this for the opening of the Philharmonic?
It's pretty. It might be a little bright. The governor always liked me in darker things.
Oh, that's Clay. Hello? Oh, John, yeah. Just sitting around. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yes, I'll be ready.
What was that all about?
John asked me to go to a party.
Where?
Some people in Tuxedo Park.
Do I know them?
I don't know. I don't know them.
Holly, it is one thing for John to escort us to a party we've been invited to, but these are people we don't know. And it looks as though you're going as John's date.
I suppose it does.
You see him a great deal. Don't you see how this looks? Clay wouldn't approve.
Clay asked John to take me out.
Of course, I know you can't see it, but this is quite another thing. It can appear to others as though you and John have a relationship.
I certainly hope we have.
You know exactly what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean, Catherine, and you're way off base.
Holly, I'm trying to tell you, you must have consideration for how you make your husband look before strangers. And I don't think you should go.
I'm going.
That was the most
boring party I've ever been to in my life.
What happened? It's the phony poetry and the wine. I'm gonna mix us a real drink. So, how do you like the place?
I love the beams. And I like the hardwood floors very much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stain them darker.
That's good.
If I can just get the guy here to do the work. Tile setter has promised me he'd be coming for the last 3 weeks. I want to shoot those tiles for the patio and for the kitchen and... I want to make love to you. Holly? Is it something I said?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't say anything.
I don't want you to leave like this.
It was a mistake. It shouldn't have happened.
Are you speaking morally?
Morally, emotionally, practically, it's just wrong.
What we feel for one another can't be wrong.
John, I care about you, but not this way. Something else was going on. I love Clay, and I feel very guilty. I don't want to hurt him, don't you see?
It's not that simple anymore.
I want to go home.
Holly,
No.
just relax.
No.
On this state that you're in.
I'm not in
Just
a
relax.
state.
Please.
John! John!
Holly's asleep, dear. You don't want me to waken her, do you? I'll tell her that you'll call in the morning. Yes. Goodbye, dear.
Was that Clay?
It was.
I have to speak to him. Something awful has happened.
I know. I've had you followed for weeks. You've been an embarrassment from the day you came to this house. But even I never expected you could be this stupid. Who are you calling?
I'm calling Clay.
That's the worst thing you could do.
John is dead.
Don't, for Clay's sake. And Elizabeth's.
But I have to tell him. He has to know.
You listen to me. Listen to me. Clay is totally honest. He'll see that you tell every last detail to the police, then to the newspapers, and on the witness stand in court. And it will be the end of everything he's worked for all his life.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Accident, it'll come out as a lover's quarrel. And you'll be accused of murder.
No.
Don't you know whose wife you are? What family you married into? Do you know what the word scandal means to a political career? Do you? Even if you're acquitted, your husband and your daughter will be scarred for life. Is that fair to them? Well, then if you care for them, if you really care for them, do nothing. You weren't there. John was alone. Do you understand?
What about the man you had following us?
He's been dealt with. Now, I'll take care of everything. Listen to me. When Clay calls you tomorrow, you act as though nothing has happened. You understand? All right. All right. I hope that won't put too great a strain on you.
Come in.
We have to talk.
Please leave me alone.
Leave you alone? Did you think you were just going to get up this morning and things would go on as before?
I thought that's what you wanted.
Oh, I do. I do. But with one exception, without you, you're going to leave.
Last night you said...
I said I would take care of everything, and I have. You're going to leave Clay. If you don't, I'll tell the police everything. The detective will say anything I want, Holly, including that you killed John.
Wouldn't do that.
For Clay, I would.
But Clay, you won't believe that I could just leave him. He'll want to know.
He won't want to know anything because you'll be dead. You're going down to the beach house. You'll go sailing, your boat will capsize, you'll be picked up, and then you will be flown out of the country. I will provide an adequate income for you for the rest of your life. You can live anywhere in the world you choose, as long as it is not in the United States. You'll be given a new name and a new passport, and your body will never be found. To Clay and Elizabeth and everyone else, you will be dead.
No, I won't. I won't do it.
Then you will be tried for murder.
Wait, Catherine. I'll do anything you want, but please don't make me leave my baby. Please.
I don't see that you really have any choice, Holly. If you don't go, she'll be taken away from you. You're an adulteress. You'll be accused of murder. Is that how you want her to remember you in jail? And do you think things with you and Clay can ever be the same again? If you really care for my son and your daughter, you won't do this to them. You'll get out of their lives forever. That's probably Clay. Pull yourself together. He doesn't know anything that's happened, and you're going to keep it that way. Hello? Oh, I'm fine, dear. Yes, I'll put her on. Holly, Don't doubt it for one moment. I have the money and the power to do this.
Hello, Clay.
Darling, I have great news. The president has just appointed me chairman of the Federal Reserve Board.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is. It's one of the most powerful jobs in the country. It's exactly the step up I've been needing.
And that's not all.
What?
I found a house for us.
It's in Georgetown. I want you to fly down this weekend to see it. Oh, and Holly, why don't you bring Elizabeth with you? There's an early flight, and I'll pick you both up at the airport.
Oh.
It's perfect.
But I want you to see it before I put a deposit down, okay? Aren't you happy?
Yes, of course I'm happy.
Good. Tell Mother and kiss Elizabeth for me.
Goodbye, darling. I love you.
Goodbye, Clay. I love you. Good. Oh, that's very pretty, Elizabeth.
Mommy, why are elephants always gray?
Well, they're not. Sometimes they're white.
And pink, like we saw in the circus.
Yes. I think it's bedtime now. You can finish this tomorrow, all right?
Stay with me, Mommy.
I will.
When you come home from sewing, can I finish my elephant?
Of course you can.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you, too.
It's going to be a grand tree. All right, Raymond, I'd like this right at the very top.
All right.
Yes, and we need some more tinsel at the bottom.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a
Good evening, Miss Tate. A pleasant Christmas.
Thank you, Miss Kilgore. Same to you.
Christmas is a grand time for children. Aren't they lovely?
round young Virgin Mother and Child, only infants so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep.
Here you are, Maggie.
This is for you, darling.
Kit, give me a double, and I'd like to buy a round of drinks for my friends here.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. But we really have to be getting along. Good night.
I know they're closing. It's all right.
Miss Tate?
I know. No, but I don't have to drive. I'm home.
I'm sorry I'm in such a rush. Folks always come over early to help the kids trim the tree before they go to bed. You'd think putting the angel on top was the biggest thing that ever happened, the way they fight over it. Would you like to help us trim the tree?
That's sweet, Kate. But, with all this Christmas rush, I'm exhausted.
Sure. If you change your mind, here's the address. Or tomorrow. Dublin closes up tighter than a drum on Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Miss Tate, I couldn't possibly.
I want you to have it.
It's beautiful. And I thank you so much. Miss Tate? Miss Tate? Are you in there? Miss Tate?
Hello there. Now, come on, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Nice to have you back with us, Miss Tate.
Hospital.
Yeah, very good.
Am I sick?
No, not really, just half dead. Want to know how you got here?
No.
You overdosed. Vodka and Nembutal. Have you been drinking like this for very long?
Who are you?
Terence Keith. I run cardiovascular here. I just happened to have the duty when you were wheeled in.
How long have I been here?
2 days. You tried to notify your family or someone.
I don't have family.
It's difficult to spend Christmas alone, I know. But you must have some friends that we can contact.
No.
Now, come on. Come on. Let's see if we can get you out of bed, shall we? Yes, I think we shall.
No.
Come on. Let's get you out of this bed, shall we?
No.
Swing your legs across, that's right. Pivot on your bottom. Come on, I got you. Right, up we go. Now, swing the IV along this.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, now.
No.
First step. Yes, you can. Now, come on. Well, maybe not the first, but let's try the second then. Right.
Oh.
There you go. There. And another. And another. Good. That's better than being dead, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yes, well, we'll talk about it. That's it. Well done. Oh, you'll win the race this way. You're doing fine. You're halfway to Yorkshire already. How's it going this morning, Mr. Riley?
Been round the deck 3 times. Still alive.
You're a walking miracle. You're daydreaming, Miss Tate.
I was just thinking.
You seem to do an extraordinary amount of that, and none of it very pleasant, I gather.
You're crying again, Doctor.
I'm concerned with your health. Psychological factors have a great deal to do with it.
I thought I was getting better.
Well, you are, from the toxicity.
Do you mean to tell me you found something else wrong with me?
Do you remember the sonar test?
Vaguely.
I confirmed what I suspected. You have a damaged mitral valve. Right, it's in the heart. It opens and closes as the blood pushes it upwards, but in your case it has to be really pushed up. It's got your heart muscle enlarged.
Is that bad?
No, it's not good. It can sometimes be taken care of with open heart surgery, but I certainly wouldn't recommend that in your case.
What's the difference in my case?
You're in a rotten physical condition.
You're going to give me another lecture about drinking?
You're going to have to stop. If you stay sober, you may be able to live out the rest of your life without your heart kicking back at you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Fine. I'll look in and see you after my rounds.
Doctor, thank you for giving it so much time.
Oh, I wanted to. Barbara. Sister! Oh, I'm glad you're here today, my dear. But how are you, my sweetheart? Amazing.
What's amazing?
My culinary abilities.
Is that Irish lime stew?
It certainly is.
Smells so good.
I decided you were well enough to risk my fixing lunch for you.
You just whipped this up for lunch?
No, I had the idea last night. The truth is, I missed seeing you every day at the hospital.
You were wonderful.
I'd like you to dine with me at my house. I have a recipe for chicken moutarde I'd like you to try.
I'm not really up to it.
Well, when you are.
All right. Have you eaten?
I thought you'd never ask. Help yourself. Oh, I really wish to be remembered to you. I think he misses you. He may be 92, but he's still got an eye for a pretty face.
That's sweet.
You did wonders with that chicken recipe. Where did you get the pate?
Cabinet at the end of your pantry?
And this brie?
You snuck it into your fridge when you weren't looking. Try some on a pear. Oh, you didn't drink any wine. I put it here for you.
Oh, well, I meant to, but I didn't want you to feel deprived.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're so happy today.
You're very good to me.
And now you're sad.
I'd be lying if I told you it was easy. I'm all right.
You know, there are some people who just don't want to be happy.
I'm happy. I'm as happy as I can be.
Under the circumstances.
That's right.
Do you think I'll ever get to know the circumstances?
No.
I'm lonely too, Barbara. Since my wife died, I've been hiding in my work. You've made me realize there has to be more.
I'm sorry. You know, I don't know why you bother with me.
Well, then try not being beautiful. In Dublin's fair city, where the maids are so pretty, 'twas there I met Barbara, sweet Barbara, my own, as she wheels her wheelbarrow. Oh, I was hoping I'd give you some tea before you go up.
Well, come upstairs. We'll make...
As she wheels her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. This is done. We spend the entire day together. You go back to your room, I go back to my house.
Oh, well, you can stay here. You just have to get up at 6:30 to go to the hospital.
No, I didn't mean that. I'm asking you to marry me.
No. No, Terrence, no.
Didn't you know? Didn't you expect this?
I can't.
Of course you can. If there is, and if there was another man, we can deal with it.
No.
This is irrational, and I really hate things that are irrational. We're going to have to talk about it. I don't care about the past, Barbara. No.
Stop it!
But you care. And that's what I want you to make your peace with, whatever it is.
No way! There's no
Listen,
way!
listen to me. I love you. And you would love me if you'd let yourself. That is the way. I want to be with you. I want to have children with you.
No children! You're a wonderful man. This is not going to work. You deserve a wife who's whole.
I'm not going to listen to this. I'm sorry, Barbara. We're going to work this out.
In America?
Yeah?
So am I.
So what?
Can I buy you a drink?
Why not? Certainly.
Waiter. Steinager und Bier. So what do you do in Munich?
I live here. What about you?
I'm evading the draft.
I thought they did that in Canada.
Well, there's not much action in Canada. Business is better here in Munich.
What business?
Pharmaceuticals. Whatever you want. Bennies, phenobarbital, codeine. Even got opium suppositories.
Can't wait to go to one of your parties.
I was just about ready to suggest that.
I'm not in the mood.
That's too bad. Well, listen, can I call you sometime, or?
Only in about 2 hours. I'll be less discriminating then.
It's kind of a mean thing to say.
It's a mean world. I'm at the Wilhelm, switch 703.
Well, they won't give us any more booze. Seems as though you didn't pay last month's bill.
Forget it. First of the month. Just tell them that I won't
Yeah, I
give
already
it to
told them that. They were not impressed.
them. You might have to spring for it yourself then.
You know I don't have any money.
Hustle, honey.
You hustle.
You're prettier.
Very funny. Look, if you just kept it down to 1 bottle a day, we might be able to make it to the end of the month.
If you kept it down to buying 1 shirt a day, you know,
Listen, this is the 3rd time this week. Don't you want me to call you a doctor?
Anna, I just want to drink.
I think you should cool it.
Don't worry. I'll put you in my will.
Look, I'm just trying to help you.
And get me some booze.
Take this. The woman in black at that table.
Signor Ortega, the American gentleman will be kind. Ask me to do this.
Thank you, Ronald. Tell him I'll join him.
Have a seat. My name is Tom Cleveland.
Barbara Tate.
So what are you drinking?
Cognac. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
touring all by yourself?
I live here by myself.
I'm in Metals. We're building a plant here. This is my first time in Spain. If you're free, perhaps you could suggest some interesting place where we could go to dinner later.
Several.
And afterwards, I understand there's a famous flamenco place nearby.
That would be nice. Then what?
Well, I guess that depends on how we get along.
Actually, it depends on whether you have $100.
I don't believe it. Look, I could afford to give you $100.
I would consider that immoral.
You're an unusual woman. Is this the first time you've done this?
I get unusual in a definition.
What are you hollering at me for?
Oh, it's you! Again! I heard the crash. You will pay for everything you have broken.
Oh, right! That's what my deposit is for.
Deposit! You know very well you have used it for last month's rent.
Oh.
And I want to tell you that this month's rent is now due.
You get my regular income all the time.
Of course I'll get it. Of course I'll get it.
All the time.
Let me remind you, you will drink it on the way from here to the bank.
Bad off, Rueda!
I give you 2 days. 2 days to pay off in full.
You'll get yours, Rueda. You'll get yours. It's going. Thanks for looking at what's your name?
Orland. Bert Orland.
Bert Orland.
Just moved in.
Yeah.
I'm real sorry. I've been over it with a fine-tooth comb and there's nothing.
So stupid. Well, thanks anyway, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You look like you could use a drink.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Lose anything valuable out there?
Doesn't matter.
If you say so. What happened? If you want to tell me.
No, I don't mind. I was rolled.
He was a trick.
No, I was a trick. Take a look at me.
You could still be very attractive if you cleaned up your act.
Oh, cleaned up my act? Will you give me a break?
Don't get sore. I have a feeling there's more to you than meets the eye.
Don't waste your time. What you see is what you get. Thanks for the drink.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
What?
Tomorrow's Christmas.
Christmas.
Y habían pastores y reyes, y siguieron la estrella hasta Belén. Y cuando vieron al niño Jesús, se hincaron y se pusieron a rezar, porque se dieron cuenta que este no era un niño común.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. You busy?
Just watching TV. Men. Carlos numero uno. No, that's booze.
Wonder how long this jolly cha-cha-cha is going to stay the only thing on the tube.
Don't you like Christmas?
Not all that much.
Not even as a child.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it as a child, but later on, all that having to get presents, pretending to like relatives you can't stand.
Nació un establo en Belén. Todo aquel que llegaba a
Hey, go ahead, enjoy. It's my trip.
It's all right. Okay. Want a drink? Come on. You're okay. You're okay.
Thinking about something?
Bad things.
Look, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
We used to love Christmas. All the shopping, the pretty wrapping, the little angel on top of the tree. But the sun came into the room. And baby ran down the stairs to open a present.
You have children?
And they looked like a mother.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
I had a child. A little girl. Little girl. Big house. There's snow everywhere. And they wore red scarves. And then we served eggnog. And servants would come in to open their presents. We'd have a toast.
The Tates. Or is that your maiden name?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess we've all had those dreams. I have.
Wasn't a dream. Was it real? Was it real?
Y en Belén, los hombres sabios encontraron lo que tanto buscaban. Un niño, nacido a María y a José, quien trajera una nueva época de paz y armonía y bienestar para toda humanidad. En este día dichoso, del nacimiento de Cristo. Hay que celebrar y renovar nuestra fe.
You're alive.
Barely. Where are you going?
Cuernavaca. Want to come?
Sure. Gun? What do you have a gun for?
Everybody with any sense carries a gun these days.
Do you have a beer?
In the fridge.
Yeah. I don't know what you do.
Investment counseling. Small-time stuff. People on pensions. Costa Brava and Cuernavaca are full of retired people with a few pesos to invest. You know, I wasn't kidding. Come with me. I could use a partner. You'd be good for my image. If you can cut down on the sauce, that is.
I can do that anytime I want.
Fine.
I don't have to have a reason to go to Mexico to do it.
You're broke. And I can take care of that. That's a good enough reason. We get along, don't we?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been sober long enough to check it out, have I?
Well, that could be another dividend for you. You'll have to fly right or we won't be able to do business together.
I don't know anything about investing.
I'll teach you. What have you got to lose? We'll stop in New York first to pick up some money. Go on, pack.
Okay. Why not? When are we going to Cuernavaca?
Did he ever have any idea he would go this far?
What?
Clay, your husband. Did he really ever believe this could happen?
What are you talking about?
This young gentleman and your daughter. Stay cool. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. And this. Now you know why we came to New York. I don't know why you did this or why Richardson went along with it, but there must be a very valuable skeleton in the closet. About $1 million worth to a presidential candidate. We're partners. We split it down the middle. Now, why?
You don't have to know that.
Maybe not, but there's a very heavyweight guy coming up here in a few minutes who's going to make the contact for us. He may have to know.
He'll never know. Clay didn't go along with anything. He thinks I'm dead. He didn't know what happened. So, you have nothing to blackmail him with.
Maybe not, but you happen to know. And it must have been a Lulu to go to this much trouble. He'll pay. Go inside and get yourself together. We want to ask you some questions. Coming! This is Arthur Penrose, Holly.
Barbara Tate.
Let's get used to using your real name.
What do you mean? Mr. Penrose is in on this. We don't have to pretend, do we?
What are you talking about?
Bert here thinks that I have to actually pretend to be Holly Richardson to make this thing work. I mean, I've done all sorts of scamming with Bert, you know, and I've never had to actually come here before.
She's drunk, Arthur.
This is very nice.
You're not Holly Richardson, are you?
Not even drunk, no.
What are you trying to pull, Bert?
She's Holly Richardson. You check the story out yourself. This is her locket with his picture in it.
Bert, now when you fake something, you really fake it. But he's in on it. He's in on
It
it.
would be hard enough to hustle him if we had the real goods, but when we don't have the real goods...
We have! I'm telling you, she's bothered. She's got the whole thing twisted.
Maybe. But this is a presidential candidate surrounded by Secret Service men. I'm passing.
Wait till she sobers up. You'll see she's Holly Richardson.
Sobers up. That'll be an awfully long wait.
Arthur, listen to
Bert,
me.
better stick with the senior citizen scam.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Oh, we had it made! We had it made! I don't need you or Penrose. I've got your passport! I'll hit him myself! You'll never get to it! Then I'll get to your daughter. No! Yeah, she won't be that hard to reach.
Bert?
You're not the public defender they used for the interrogation, are you?
I replaced him.
I don't blame him for quitting.
No, he didn't quit. I talked him out of the assignment.
Really? I can't think of a bigger headache than a defendant who refuses to identify herself, refuses to defend herself, and signs her confession with an X.
Well, why? Would she harm me?
I don't think we'll ever find out. She simply doesn't want to live. No one can get through to her.
Please look at me. I can help you. If you would only tell me who you are and what kind of situation you were in, then I'd have somewhere to start. The doctor says you don't want to live. And you do know there's no death penalty here. You could go to jail for a long time. Still alive and miserable. Doesn't matter. I'll be back to see you tomorrow.
Afternoon, Mrs. Reed. They're waiting for you inside.
Thank you.
I thought you would be here for lunch, Elizabeth.
I'm sorry. I was researching a case.
Oh.
Kiss, Grammy.
Sweetheart.
Hi, Daddy.
I see you're off and running.
Walking. Slowly.
Will Tom be back from Toronto in time for the trial?
Oh, I hope not. The last thing I need is a nervous husband cheerleading me as I wow the jury. Thank you, Esther.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Here, dear.
Thank you. This is the first time I've relaxed today.
So, Where are you with the mysterious Madam X?
Nowhere. It's pathetic. She really doesn't care.
What do you think she's hiding?
I don't know. But there doesn't seem to be anything I can do to draw her out.
Don't worry about it, Elizabeth. No one expects you to win this one anyway.
Dad, maybe you shouldn't come down to the court when I plead my case to the jury. The press could have fun with the candidate watching his daughter lose her first big case.
Darling, nothing is going to keep your father out of the White House. It can't. I've already chosen my gown for the inaugural ball.
The invincibility of the Richardsons.
Have you come up with anything that might make this Richardson more invincible?
Mm-hmm. Don't let them try her. You try him.
Try the victim?
He was a con man, wasn't he? Had a record.
Mm-hmm. That long. Well, it'll be ruled out as irrelevant.
You have nowhere else to go. Try it.
Captain Costa, will you please identify the material you've been asked to supply?
These are the criminal records of Mr. Bert Orland.
Will you be kind enough to read them to the court?
Objection. Your Honor, the victim's past actions are obviously irrelevant.
Mrs. Reeves?
As Your Honor and members of the jury are aware, the defendant has signed a confession and refuses to defend herself. Your Honor, this woman is alone and ill, and regardless of her legal sanity, obviously out of touch with reality. I only ask the court to show her the charity for which the American judicial system is known throughout the world.
The object of justice is to weigh the guilt or innocence of the accused. In this case, that cannot be done without seeking the truth, in whatever manner or wherever it may lead this court. You may read the victim's record, Captain.
1950, pandering, 1 year suspended. 1957, assault on a prostitute who withheld income from him, 6 months. 1965, conspiracy to sell fraudulent insurance to a widows organization, 2 years. 1972, assault on common law wife, 6 months.
Captain, would you say that Mr. Orland's crimes were directed primarily against women?
Objection. The defense is leading the witness.
Sustained. The jury will ignore the question. Is that it, Mrs. Reeves?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may step down, Captain. Court will recess until 2 o'clock.
You better get the doctor. Please, trust me. I can only help you if you help me. Dr. Raskoff, will you tell the jury the legal definition of sanity?
Persons are considered sane when they understand the nature of the criminal act and its probable consequences.
You include the defendant in this category and permitted her to stand trial for that reason. Is this correct?
Yes.
As a doctor, will you define sanity for this jury?
I'm afraid I can't. The word has no medical meaning.
Does the term diminished capacity have a medical meaning?
Yes.
Dr. Raskoff, will you describe the medical condition of the defendant?
Certainly. The defendant is an alcoholic and a narcotic user in an advanced state of deterioration. She also suffers from a prolapsed mitral valve and seriously enlarged heart muscle.
Would you say these ailments could have diminished the capacity of the defendant to understand the nature and consequence of her act?
Objection, Your Honor. Defense is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Could these ailments impair the defendant's judgment?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
The DA is about to present his summation.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, one of the rights we surrender under the law is the right to individually judge and punish our fellow man for treating us cruelly or violently. That right is reserved for the law. Madam X, who refuses to cooperate even with her own attorney, not only judged her victim, but executed him as well and confessed to it without a single sign of remorse. Now, in my entire career, I can't recall a case more clearly murder in the first degree. Murder one. Invariably, in defending clients against murder one, the defense attorney usually pleads mitigating circumstances. She has produced none, arguing only that the murder victim had a disreputable and criminal past. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me caution you against the principal enemy of justice, sentimentality. You may be tempted to feel sorry for this woman because she appears to be ill, unknown, and friendless. You may be tempted to hate the victim because he was guilty of particularly loathsome crimes. And may be tempted to sympathize with the public defender because she has acquitted herself well. Her father, Clay Richardson, has every right to be proud of her. But do not let her illustrious background sway your judgment. You cannot, for all our sakes, be moved in your duty as citizens. That is, to find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree because, very simply, she is.
Thank you, Mr. Rorick. You may address the jury, Mrs. Reyes.
In the canons of the Judeo-Christian theology, there is repeated reference to the moral law. That is defined as the law of God. The canons hold that it takes precedence over the laws of man. Now, I am asking you to make what may be one of the most important...
Is something wrong?
Yes, there's something I must say.
You know, you must be sworn in before you can testify.
Your Honor, may I have a recess to talk to the defendant?
It'll be all right.
Your Honor, you can see she's not prepared to testify for herself.
Your Honor.
Escort the defendant to the stand, please.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may speak now.
I have left this young girl alone to fight for me. She begged me to tell her what happened. I refused, but she never gave up. Life has no meaning for me. I would leave it in silence. But
Do you want to recess?
no, I won't have to fight alone anymore. Orland found out that I had a family, a respectable family. Fine husband, beautiful daughter. Thought I was dead. But he was going to tell them I was alive
expose me to them as I am. He thought that he could get money, not to expose me to the world. And I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't let him do that. I killed him. And I'd do it again. Why did you leave your family? I wasn't suitable. I really wasn't. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you can see, dark and lonely years lie between this woman and her family. But she protects them even now with her life. It is only because of them that she was driven to commit the crime for which she is on trial here. Is it a crime for a mother to protect her child? Is there a mother in this room who wouldn't do the same? In all creation, is there a mother who would not fight to protect the life she has conceived? This woman's daughter will never know how deeply she is loved. She thinks her daughter would be ashamed of her. I think if she has a fraction of the love that her mother has within her, she would hold her to her heart with pride. Doctor.
At this point, all I can do is make it as comfortable as possible. She is dying. She has very little time left. Let me see the private.
I've never stopped loving you.
I know.
Elizabeth. Can we get in touch with your daughter? I'm sure if she knew she... You have a happy marriage. Yes. Do you love him very much? Very much. That's all that counts. Do you have children? No, not yet. Please let your daughter know you're alive. If I were your daughter, I'd want to know. I think she'd want to be here. You're here. Yes, I am.
She's gone, Elizabeth.
There's nothing more you can do. We'll wait outside for the verdict.
It doesn't matter now.